Alright guys, so recently, actually this morning, I was tagged in a 100 random questions about me from Sherri Ward. So I told her I would do this because it sounded like a fun thing to do. So hopefully you want to know 100 random things about me. This may be a very long video and I may cut it in half and do 50 today and 50 for Wednesday or Thursday. So we'll see what happens if this video is not too long and I can get it edited and up for the night. So alright, the first question is, what is your full name? My name is Sabrina Ecker. And that's my married name. So the second question is, are you named after anyone? So my parents actually used to love the show Charlie's Angels, and that's where they came up with my name, Sabrina. Anyways, that's what my mom told me. So I was named after the character in Charlie's Angels. Yeah, so there we go. How old are you? I am 39 years old. I'll be 40 on December 16th, so I'm 39. Next question is, what's your favorite drink? At the moment, I don't drink anything other than like water or these sparkling Arrowhead water type things because I try to stay away from anything that's sugared or, you know, highly sugary. So right now I'm just drinking water at all times. On a cheat day, which we do have once a month, I usually drink Pepsi. That's my favorite drink, is Pepsi. Pepsi is like the best. I used to like Coca-Cola years and years ago, but Pepsi has become like my all-time favorite drink when it comes to beverages. So, and then after that, I would say like coffee. Coffee would be like a quick runner-up. Next is, what's your favorite food? I would have to say that my favorite food is probably a really, really good cheeseburger or a really, really good steak. I like meats. I eat meat every day, and cheeseburgers and steaks are like my favorite. So those are my favorite foods. What's your favorite holiday? My favorite holiday would be Halloween. I'm not too excited about Christmas like other people do. Like other people are. I'm just kind of a humbug, I guess. So yeah, Halloween is my favorite holiday. What's your favorite childhood memory? Favorite childhood memory? That would be, I guess, when we were younger, we used to live in Watsonville, California, and like right a couple of miles away was Santa Cruz, California, and every weekend, I kid you not, my dad and my mom would take us to the boardwalk. The good thing about the boardwalk was that you could buy tickets to get on rides rather than having to buy like an entry fee, so you can spend all day there and not waste a lot of money. Anyways, it wasn't our money, so maybe my parents did waste a lot of money, but it felt like you could be there for a really long time, not wasting money, and you could eat like 50-cent hot dogs and caramel apples and stuff like that, and you could just ride rides all day. And the nice thing about that was my parents were kind of young as well, so they would get on like roller coasters with us and, you know, everything. It was really, really fun. You could drink there. Of course, we were too young to drink, but my dad did drink, and we just had a really good time. So those are my fondest memories when I was a kid, is just going to the boardwalk on the weekends with my family. All right, what is your favorite way to pass time? My favorite way to pass time would be to do this, YouTube. I love doing what I do. Like in a previous video, I said that this was a choice for me, and I really enjoy it. I love meeting new people, and YouTube has really helped me to get to meet a lot of new people and become really good friends with some of them. So YouTube is my favorite pastime. Other than that, I go to work and I come home and I watch TV sometimes with my husband, and that's about it. So I'm not very adventurous anymore. I'm pretty old. All right, next question is, what is your favorite snack? When it comes to snacks, I don't really snack very much, especially now that I'm on this, you know, diet that I've been on, and it's just not something that I can do because I stick to a strict 1,200 calories a day. But when I used to snack, I love potato chips. I'm like more of a salty type of person than I am a sweet type of person when it comes to snacks. I can eat sweets every once in a while, but I would prefer like chips and salsa or pickles or olives, you know, stuff that's really salty. Cheese, I love stuff like that, but when I can eat it. Now I don't, so that's okay, I guess. But yeah, those are the kind of snacks that I like. What is your favorite sport? I don't have a favorite sport. I'm not really into sports. I can give a care less about sports. My family members love sports. They're all boys and they're all sports junkies, and that's enough for me. So I don't really care too much about sports, but I guess if I had to pick, I would say football. What's your biggest regret? My biggest regret would probably be not staying in school and leaving school and getting my GED and not going to college. I think that's probably a big regret that I've always had when it comes to things, because getting an education is super important, and I wish I would have just followed through with that instead of being so, you know, rebellious against my parents and trying to say I can do what I want. So I wish that I would have stayed in school. All right. Are you a fan of any sports teams? I would say that this household is a Charger fan, just because that's who we follow, the Chargers. So yes, the Chargers. Football. All right. Are you a dog or a cat person? I would say I'm more of a dog person. I've always had a bunch of dogs growing up, and as in my adult life, I don't mind cats. I love cats. My husband, on the other hand, is not a big cat person, so we've always had dogs, but I love either or. But I would say that I prefer dogs more because they're more, you know, interactive with you. Anyways, the cats that I had never really had much to do with me, so I would say that I'm more of a dog person. Are you scared of heights? I would say I'm not scared of heights. When I used to work for the city when I was younger, we'd always have to get on top of like boom trucks and go up and put the lights on these big tall buildings. I never had an issue with that. I've been to Vegas where they have the towers up there. Not the towers, but what is that called? The stratosphere all the way to the top. I can say that that did freak me out a little bit, but it wasn't to the point where I couldn't go up there. It just, you knew you were high. So I would say that no, I'm definitely not afraid of heights, but I don't particularly like them, I guess. What's on the top of your bucket list? I would say me and my husband going on a cruise. We had children at a really, really young age, and we weren't able to do a lot of traveling because when you have kids at a young age, unless you're really, really rich, which we're not, we couldn't do a bunch of stuff. So when we did get married, we didn't go on a honeymoon or anything like that. We didn't have the money to do that. We paid for our wedding on our own. So I would say a cruise would be really, really fun. But then again, with all the stuff that goes on cruises now, it kind of freaks me out. But I think that would be fun to go on a cruise, or to even go like out of the country with my husband and just explore things. I think that would be cool, like to go to England or to Ireland or somewhere really, really cool like that. What is one item you can't leave home without? I would have to say my phone. I am on my phone constantly. Growing up, we didn't have phones like this, and so if you weren't home or you couldn't get a hold of somebody, you just couldn't get a hold of somebody. And then they, you know, got beepers, and everybody was so excited when beepers came out because you could literally go to a phone. For those of you that don't know what beepers are, you can go to a phone, dial that beeper number, and it will send them a little text and say call back so and so. So that was amazing when that happened. But now that we have cell phones, I feel like most people feel like they can't live without their cell phones, and I am probably one of them. I really enjoy having my phone. It makes me feel secure. I like to be able to just pick up my phone and be able to call anybody when I need to. So yes, it would be my cell phone. Oh wait, the next question is, what's the best compliment you have ever received? The best compliment I've ever received, I would say maybe my husband calling me beautiful. I think that that's like an honor because my husband, when he says it, I think that he really means it. So I would say that that's what it is. The compliments for my husband are always the best compliments I could receive. All right, let's see. What is the first book you remember reading? The first book I remember reading had to have been something by, you know, like The Cat in the Hat by Dr. Seuss, something like that. I don't really remember. Or, you know, something, I remember when I was younger, we used to have a book from Heathcliff, I think it was. Was it Heathcliff or, what was that cat that used to eat a lot of lasagna? Gosh, I can't remember. But anyways, it was either that, like, cat book with the guy that ate a lot of lasagna, and I can't remember what his name is, or Heathcliff, something like that. So those would be the books that I remember reading. What is the first movie you remember seeing? I would probably say E.T. would probably be the first memory of movies, like going to the movies and going to the movie theaters. I remember one time we took pictures with E.T. and Santa Claus during Christmas. That was a weird combination, but we do have pictures of that. It's really funny. Alright, so what is the last book that you've read? What is the last book that I read? Oh, this is going to be awful, but it's probably like one of the either Twilight books or the 50 Shades of Grey books. I mean, it's been a while since I've read a book. I love to read, but I just don't have the time to do it now, and I need to get back into like audiobooks when I'm at work, just listening to them, because I love just the interaction with books and how books make you feel and can take you to like a new place in your mind if you get really into it. So I personally love to read books, but I think it was one of the last books that I read. It was either like Twilight or 50 Shades of Grey. That's awful. Ugh. Do you have any pets? Yes, I have 3 dogs, and currently I inherited a chinchilla from my sister. I'm taking care of her for the last month now. So her name is Bella. So I have 3 dogs: Oleg, Gibson, who are pugs, Rigby, who is a pit bull, and then my chinchilla Bella. So yes, I have 4 pets. And the next question is, what are your pets' names? And I just answered that. What color are your eyes? My eyes are green. They're a very distinct color green. They kind of change colors when I wear certain makeups. If I put green eyeshadow on, my eyes look really weird. So yeah, they're definitely green. What is your favorite fairy tale? I would have to say my favorite of all time is going to be Beauty and the Beast. I just love the fact that she falls in love with like the odd person, and they overcome like what he looks like. She overcomes what he looks like and falls in love with him even though his features are not the best. I love that story, and yeah, it would have to be the Beauty and the Beast. That's my favorite all-time fairy tale. Alright, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? So growing up, I used to work at the Wharf in California, and there was this little ice cream shop that had like the best ice cream, and it was called Cappuccino Crunch. This ice cream was jet black, and it had real coffee beans in it and chocolate. It was the best. I've never had it since, and I think it was just made for that particular ice cream shop, but that was the best ice cream I've ever had. If you want like espresso in an ice cream, that is like the strongest espresso ice cream you will ever have. It was the best. I kid you not, it was jet black, and it was the best ice cream ever. All right, let's see. What is your favorite music genre? I like alternative. I like rock. I like classic. I like a lot of different genres. Right now I'm currently listening to like a lot of Lana Ray, and I'm listening to a lot of like Audio Slave and Stain. I mean, it just depends on my mood. I listen to a lot of different things, so I don't really have a favorite. It just really depends on my mood. What's your favorite quote? My favorite quote would be, treat others how you want to be treated. I think that that's like how I live, and so I feel like that would be one of my favorite quotes. What's your favorite type of clothing? I love relaxing clothing. I love like things that are not too tight on my body, and like just jeans and like tennis shoes. I love like Converse. Those are my favorite. Like, so I wear a lot of Converse, I wear a lot of jeans, and I wear a lot of like big baggy shirts most of the time. So that would be my favorite kind of clothing, which would be really easygoing and comfy type stuff, which is why like when you see me on my videos, I'm never like dressed up fancy, because that's not me. I'm not a fancy type of person. So what's your most common used swear word? So what swear word do I use the most? I would have to say the one I use the most is probably shit. I say that a lot. I also probably use the F word a lot. If you don't know me, I grew up with a family that cussed all the time, and then I worked in the field with a bunch of men for many years growing up, from 18 all the way until now. All my jobs have been with just purely men, and the man that I work around mostly cuss a lot, which is okay with me. It doesn't bother me. So I do too. I'm kind of really bad at it. I have like a really bad sailor chick mouth. It's not good. It's not good at all. Actually, I have to like check myself all the time to make sure what I'm saying, or like really think about what I'm going to say, because I usually throw in a cuss word here and there, and it's not like anything to be proud of. It's just how I speak, and everybody else in my family speaks that way too. So that's bad, but it's the truth. All right. Do you have a best friend? And if so, then who? Yes, I have many best friends, and I went into this into detail in another video that I have. I have many best friends. I hold my best friends very dear to my heart, and I love them very much. And yeah, I do, and I have a couple of them. All right, the next question is, do you have any tattoos? I do. I have 7 tattoos. I have my kids' names. I have some random butterflies. I have this one here, which is the Eye of Ra. This is the one that I have here is mostly my beliefs, and just random other ones. So I have 7 tattoos, and to be quite honest, my husband drew most of them. So, all right. Do you have any allergies? I just have regular, seasonal allergies, so nothing too serious for right now anyways, because you can become allergic to anything at any time. Do you have any birthmarks, and if so, where? I don't think I have any birthmarks. I have birth moles, like I have a mole right here on my face, and I have a few of them on my face. I just have moles, but I don't believe that I have an actual birthmark. So anyways, if I do, I've never found it. Okay. Do you prefer kissing or cuddling? I prefer both. I love to kiss and I love to cuddle. I'm a very affectionate type of person. All right. The next question is, what piece of technology can you... Did they already ask this question? No. What piece of technology can you not live without? I would say my phone. I love my phone. I take my pictures with it every morning. I, answer people back most of the time. The big second would be my computer. So my phone and then my computer. All right, let's see. What's your first concert you ever attended? The first concert I ever attended was, I would have to say it was like a Papa Roach concert, or it was a Sting concert. I can't remember. It was a while ago, so it was a rock concert for sure. And I enjoyed it. Okay, what's your favorite subject? What was your favorite subject in high school? I hated high school. Not because I didn't have friends or anything like that. I just hated the fact of it. I have a learning disorder, which is dyslexia. So anybody with any kind of learning disorder, anyways, in my opinion, feels very out of place when you're in certain scenarios, especially if you're in a reading class. You're always worried that the teacher's going to call on you, even though they know your issue. And so I hated it for that reason. I always felt very insecure in class because of that, and I never wanted people to know what my issues were. So I hated high school. I didn't have a favorite class. I hated everything about it. What was your first job? My first job was working at a wax museum in Monterey, California. I handed out flyers to people that came in. It was so awesome. I did it for hours at a day. I was 14 and I made a lot of money doing it. And so I made an hourly wage, plus I made 50 or 25 cents per flyer that got handed in. So I hustled. I made a lot of money. I loved it. It was a good job. All right. What was the first favorite subject? What was your least favorite subject in school? Again, I don't really, all of them. I wasn't a big fan of school, and I wish I would have been more educated and maybe got some more experience with teachers for them to figure out what was wrong with me at an earlier age, and then hopefully helped out a little bit more for me to get past the issues that I had. But what is the furthest you've ever been from home? I would say, God, I don't go anywhere very much. So the furthest I've been from home would probably be, I live in Wyoming now, so either California, because I'm actually from California, so every once in a while we go back, but that's about the furthest I've been from my home now. So California. I don't go anywhere very much. So when was your first time you were on a plane? I think I was on a plane when I was a baby, and I can't remember it, but I know I was on a plane then. Not a big fan of planes. When is the last time you cried? I would say yesterday. I'm a very emotional person. I cry because I do. And so yeah, that would be yesterday. Who's your best teacher you've ever had? So I'm the worst with names or remembering. I feel sometimes that I may have issues with remembering things from my past, but I do remember my favorite teacher, and I don't remember her name. And anyways, she was in elementary school, and she was I think she was just a regular teacher, an all-around teacher in 4th or 5th grade. Maybe it was 3rd grade. But anyways, she would she would call my parents to see if I can come over and just hang out with her. She would take me out to eat. She would, you know, take me to her house, and she was awesome. And I think that she knew that like my household probably wasn't the best household all the time, and so I think they catch on to stuff like that. And so she always kind of made me feel secure. She also put me into a mariachi type of dance class, which was awesome, with the ones with the big skirts and stuff like that, and I had so much fun. It was just, she was probably one of the best teachers I had, and she made the most impression on me in my life. So that was her, and I don't remember what her name is. So who is the first person you call when something exciting happens? That would be my husband. I call him, and if I can't get a hold of him, then I call my mom or my sister-in-law or my sister. I mean, those are the people that I always call if something exciting happens. My daughter, for sure. If something really exciting is happening, I call my husband, my daughter, in this order. My husband, my daughter, my sister, my sister-in-law, my mom, and then my dad. So that's who I call, just like that. So all those people I call. I feel like they need to know my exciting news, which if I ever had any. So, okay, who's the first person you call when there's something horrible happens? Same people. My husband, my daughter, just in that same order. All right, who's your favorite musician? I love Stevie Nicks. I think she's amazing. I love Prince. I think he's amazing. I love Lana Del Rey. She's amazing. I just love a lot of them. I mean, those are just some of them, but yes, I love a lot of different musicians. It's just, let me just put it to you this way. We would listen to music, and we still do in our household, all growing up. Like in the morning, we'd put music on to clean the house. I put music on, or I watch YouTube to put on makeup in the morning. So I listen to music all day long at work. It's just one of those things. We're a very, you know, loving music type of family. So I like it all. I like it all. Except for country. Not a big fan of country. All right, let's see. Who is your role model? Who is my role model? I don't really know. I don't really know if I have a role model, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip that one. Who is your celebrity crush? So my celebrity crush has always been Brad Pitt. I think he is very handsome, and I've always enjoyed watching his movies. So I would say Brad Pitt would be my celebrity crush. Who is your favorite actor? My favorite actor. I've never actually thought about that question before. I don't think I have a favorite actor. They're just doing a job. So I would say I don't have a favorite actor, and I don't have a favorite actress either. So boo to me. I don't have either one, and that was the next question. Describe yourself in one single sentence. Loving and caring and a little intense. All right. Have you ever dated two people at the same time? Yes. Have you ever suffered a fracture? Yes. I actually fractured my shoulder and had to get surgery on it. Have you ever visited a country outside your continent? No, I have not. If you could give your younger self any advice, what would that be? Stay in school, get a college degree, and try not to suffer so much. Don't be stupid. A lot of different things. I would say a lot of things to myself. Oh my god. All right. Let's see. What's the next question? Last time you swam in a pool? Probably 4 years ago. There's not a lot of pools around here. What's your most embarrassing moment? I don't have one of those. I don't know. I don't think I really have a most embarrassing moment. I'm going to skip that one. Alright, on a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest and 1 being the lowest, rate your fashion sense. I would say 7. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest and 1 being the lowest, rate your driving skills. I would say that my driving skills are a 10. My husband would probably differ and say that it's a 2. Every time he gets in the car with me, he's just like, holy shit. You need to slow down. You drive like a demon out of hell. And I'm just like, I'm just driving like a normal person. I think I'm very safe because we get a lot of snow here and snow freaks me out. But for some reason, he thinks that I don't know how to drive. I know how to drive just fine. Actually, I had a CDL way before he did. I could drive commercial trucks before he could. I taught my husband how to get his CDL license. And now he's saying I'm a shitty driver. So go figure that. All right. On a scale from 1 to 10, rate your cooking skills. I would say I'm a solid 10. And then on the scale from 1 to 10, rate your kissing skills. I would hope to say that I'm a 10. I don't know. Nobody's ever told me that I'm not. So I'm going to believe them and say that, yes, I'm a 10. One thing you knew now that you wish you had known as a kid. Buy a lot of stocks into like Google, into, you know, McDonald's and all kinds of stuff. Just buy a lot of stocks. That way you could be rich. I don't know. I don't really have a good answer for that. All right. The first app you check when you wake up in the morning is going to be, I would say the first app that I look at in the morning when I wake up is going to be like Ulta and then Sephora, because they always get like new products in overnight. So if I'm not up at 1 o'clock in the morning when their products roll over, that's the first place I look in the morning. I check Ulta, I check Sephora, then I check Instagram, then I check YouTube, and then I check Facebook, in that order, every morning. All right, let's see. What app do you use the most? Either YouTube or Instagram. They're kind of head to head. What are some of your bad habits? My bad habits. Judging myself too much. That's a bad habit. Doing everything at the last moment. I'm a total procrastinator. Like right now when I'm filming, I should have done this when I got home and I waited to the last minute. So I would say that I'm a procrastinator. That's a bad habit. What are your hobbies? My hobbies would be filming for YouTube. I don't have like a lot of hobbies. What countries would you like to visit? I would love to go to England. I think that would be so much fun. My husband would not like to go there. I would also love to go to like Ireland and, you know, places that are really green and stuff like that. That would be awesome. So I would say England and Ireland. Maybe Iceland. That would be fun too. What do you consider unforgivable? I don't think anything is unforgivable. I think that everything that people do could be forgiven, whether it be, you know, lying, cheating, stealing, killing. You can forgive somebody for everything they do. So I don't believe in non-forgiveness. I forgive everybody at some point in my life. What do you do for a living? I work for a municipality, and if you don't know what that is, it's city government. So I work for the city. All right, let's see. What do you do for a living? Do you have any kids? If not, do you want any? And if so, how many? I have 4 kids. So yes, I have 4. My oldest is 21. He's going to be 22 here in January. Then my daughter is 19. My 2 youngest sons are 18. So I have 4. All right. How have you ever had surgery? Yes, I've had shoulder surgery. What is your guilty pleasure? I would say my guilty pleasure is probably cheesecake. I love cheesecake and I don't eat it very often, but yeah, cheesecake is probably my favorite. That and maybe cinnamon rolls. I like that too. Cake. I love cake. Like, yeah, I like cheesecake, cake, and cinnamon rolls. Anything cakey, I love it. So yeah, that would be my guilty pleasure, and I don't get to eat it very much. What is one makeup item you always use, even if you aren't doing your makeup? One makeup item I always use, even if I'm not doing my makeup, I would have to say that would be mascara and chapstick. I know it said one, but mascara and chapstick. If you were a crayon, what color would you be? That would be purple. I think I love purple. I think purple is a very nice color. It's very inviting and loving, and I feel like that's the color I would be, purple. All right. Favorite place to vacation? We go back to California to vacation, so that would be that. I like to vacation in California or just at my house. It's nice to just stay at home and do nothing. Every once in a while, me and my husband will take a vacation together and just sit at home and like sleep all day and stay in bed and watch TV and eat and do nothing. Like, I don't even think we shower that week. We just have alone time together, and it's amazing, and I love doing that with him. So I don't care where I am in vacation. My favorite place is to be with my husband on vacation. So, okay. The last movie you watched. What did I watch last? Maybe It. I think maybe it's been a while since I went to the movies, so I'd say It. How tall are you? I am 5'4". Coffee or tea? I definitely go for coffee. I love coffee every morning. Who was your first person on YouTube that you subscribed to? That was Bunny from what is her? Bunny's channel. What is it called? I don't know, the alligator channel. I don't know what the hell it's called, but it's funny. Like, her channel was the first channel that I subscribed to, and the reason why is because my daughter was watching her on YouTube, and she is back, God, it was a long time ago when she was putting on those sticky lips on her lips. I can't remember who made those, but anyway, she was putting them on there, and it was so hilarious. I could not stop laughing. And at that point, God, back in 2010, I don't know when my YouTube channel was made. I didn't start making YouTube videos until last year in February, but I've been on YouTube for a while, just not as an actual YouTuber. So anyways, she did that video, and I know it was older, or you know, she'd made it a long time before I subscribed to her, but I decided to then become a YouTuber and make an account, and she was the first person that I subscribed to was Bunny from, what is her damn channel called? I don't know, but you all know who Bunny is because she's been around forever. Alright, so let's see. Do you have any siblings? If so, older or younger? Yes, I have a sister, and she's older than I am. What is the first thing you notice about people? I would say the first thing I notice about people is the way that they look at me. If somebody doesn't look at me, then I automatically feel a little self-conscious, especially if they're talking. I feel like you can tell a lot about somebody just by the way they look. Not like their clothing or anything like that, but the facial expressions that they make. So I can tell like how they're going to treat me just from their facial expressions. So I would say would be their face. The first thing that I look at when I look at somebody is their face. What kind of phone do you have? We're almost done, guys. This is an Edge, the Verizon LTE Edge. I don't know which one it is, like this 4 or 5 or 6. I don't know. One of the edges. It doesn't have any edges on it. It's like a, you know, edgeless phone. I don't know. That's what it is. I actually got this for my son because he went to another provider, and so I took over his phone, and I need to get a new one, but this one works just fine for me. All right, so what is the last thing you've purchased? Last night I purchased from Ulta. It was a lot of makeup. I probably do that maybe 2 or 3 times a week. What's your favorite clothing store? I don't have a favorite clothing store. I'm like I go to Walmart type of clothing person. The sweater is from Walmart. I'm not ashamed of it. I love Walmart. I love Goodwill. I love anything that's not too expensive and makes me feel comfortable. So I'm not like bougie like that. I don't really care about clothing as long as it looks semi-nice on me. I'm good. I mean, I don't look like raggy or anything like that, but I do not care about spending $1,000 on a pair of jeans. I think that's ridiculous. I have better things to spend money on, like makeup. All right, next question. Let's see here. Clothing store. What is your favorite makeup store? Ulta would be my favorite makeup store just because of the point system. It's amazing. Like, if you don't shop at Ulta and are not signed up for their Ulta rewards system, you are totally missing out. That's where you should go. You get free makeup all the time because they basically give you money to shop there. So it's awesome. All right. What is your go-to out eat spot? There's a place here called Mishu. It is a sushi restaurant. I love it. I am a big sushi fan. I love every raw fish there is out there. I love Mishu. So that would be when me and my husband sneak out of the house and get away from our adult children. That's where we go. We go to Mishu. It's very expensive. It will usually cost me and my husband to eat there about $70, but it's well worth it, and we both love it. So I would say Mishu, and it's a great sushi restaurant. All right, let's see. What was your favorite TV show as a child? I would have to say that my favorite TV show as a child was The Golden Girls. I have very fond memories of me and my mom watching The Golden Girls on Saturday night TV. I think it was Saturday night TV. It was so much fun. We would just get like chips and, you know, dip or something to eat and get pop, and we just sit down and watch like Saturday night shows together. So I would say The Golden Girls, that was one of my favorite shows to watch. And I think it's because of the memories that I have with my mom and that show. So definitely The Golden Girls. All right. We're almost done, guys. I feel like I've been talking forever. Have you ever taken karate lessons? I have not. Do you have a nickname? I do not. Have you ever stolen a street sign? I have not. No, I don't know why anybody would. What is one thing you miss from your childhood? I would say the bonds that we formed with all of our friends. Me and my sister lived on a block where there was just a bunch of other kids, and we were all good friends. Like, everybody on that block. It was insane. Like, we all went out to eat together. We all went to the same school together. We all went and fought people together. I mean, it was like a little gang in our little area. And whenever somebody else came in, they almost had to be like initiated in, because we were just like, let's see if you can hang with us special kids, you know? So yeah, I would say the bonds that I made as a kid with some of the people that I used to, you know, grew up with, that was so much fun. I miss that type of stuff. Do you bite your nails? I do not. My nails grow. I love the fact that my nails grow. They're all natural. I do not bite my nails. I file them down when one breaks and it kills me. So I do not bite my nails. My husband, on the other hand, he bites his nails down to the stubs. It's insanely gross. I don't know. I don't know why he does that, but he does. He's like, you can feel the skin and not a nail. It's crazy. All right. A couple more questions. What is one TV show or movie you hate that everyone else loves? I am not a big fan of, like, what are those called? Marvel and those kind of, you know, everybody loves them in my family, like all of them. Whenever those kind of movies come out and they go to the movies, and they're always like, let's go to the movies, Mom. And my husband's like, come on, baby, let's go to the movies. And I'm just like, I don't want to waste $15 on a ticket that I know I'm not going to enjoy the movie. And they're just like, come watch. I'm just like, no. It's not that they're bad movies, and when I watch them, I'm actually pretty entertained. I just, whenever somebody says, let's go watch one of those movies, I just cringe, like, God, really? Do we have to? So, those would be the ones, like those action-packed Marvel type movies from Marvel and stuff like that. I don't like them. Alien movies, not my favorite. You know, those kind of movies. So, alright, let's see. I think we got 3 more questions. Woohoo! I'm almost done. I feel like I can't talk anymore. What makeup trends are you not a fan of? The makeup trends I am not a fan of. I would have to say the makeup trend that I did not like, I grew up in California and everybody had nearly none eyebrows, and of course I did too. I had like the chola eyebrows where you had just the line. My niece, on the other hand, she shaved off her eyebrows and drew it on. Like, that was a trend that I wish I go back and see some pictures and I'm just like, oh my goodness, what were you thinking? I literally had a line. There was hair. I had really nice eyebrows when I was, you know, a young teenager before I decided to pluck them all off. So yeah, I would say the no eyebrow look was not my favorite trend, especially now when I go back and look at pictures. I'm just like, wow, what the hell were you thinking? All right, let me see. There's 2 more questions. All right. What is your biggest pet peeve? I would say my biggest pet peeve would be people that don't listen when you're speaking to them. I mean, I work in a place where people don't listen to me all day long, and then they come back and ask me for directions all day long after I've given them directions all day long. So I would say that my biggest pet peeve would be not listening to directions the first time. And then the last question, woohoo! What do you dip a chicken nugget in? Is that a trick question? What do you dip a chicken nugget in? I don't eat chicken nuggets, but when I did, I would love, I'm assuming this is from McDonald's, and I love their hot and spicy mustard sauce. I love that. That's like my favorite. I would dip french fries in that. So that's what I would dip my nuggets in. Whew, this is going to be a long video, guys. This was a whole 100 questions, so I hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know if you have any questions about anything that I answered. And oh my god, if you watch this whole thing, God bless you, because I'm not that interesting. So hopefully you enjoy it. So I will talk to you guys later, and you have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.